there. In this week's workshop, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about what it takes to be successful, not only here at Charter College, but also in pursuing some other goals that you might have. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about growth mindset. We're going to be talking about the journey to being successful, and we're also going to be talking about some of the traits that successful people have.
One of the most important things that you can have in order to be successful is what is known as a growth mindset. Growth mindset is something that is learned, and as children, we are often taught to have a fixed mindset. I'll give you a really great example. Let's say that as a child, you had learned that you were not good at math. You had a teacher that told you this, you were really struggling in math, and they just made you feel or told you that you are not good at math. And throughout your entire education, you found that you were not, in fact, good at math. This is because you had developed what is known as a fixed mindset. The difference between having a growth mindset and a fixed mindset is that people with a growth mindset see challenge as an opportunity to learn. People with a fixed mindset see challenge as an obstacle or something in their way, and they might feel that it is unfair. So if you're able to reprogram your mind, you can, in fact, learn anything. If you have a growth mindset, that opens up all kinds of new opportunities for you. So people with this is a really great infographic of what it means to have a growth mindset. So it says, I can learn anything I want. When I am frustrated, I persevere. I like to challenge myself. And that is really something that is key in the growth mindset, is that you will learn to thrive when challenged instead of feeling frustrated and overwhelmed. When I fail, I learn. And that is the really big kicker with a growth mindset is once you have a growth mindset, you'll see that the more often you fail, the closer you are to actually understanding. So it's okay to get something wrong. It's not something you should be ridiculed for or feel embarrassed about. You took a risk, and that should be celebrated. You should be able to go on and continue to learn and continue to try. And the fact that you're trying is in fact a success. So the next thing that we're looking at is it says, I like being told that I try hard. And that is more valuable than just being good at something. Being able to put effort towards something is really important in having a growth mindset. It says, when my classmates succeed, I feel inspired. So if people have a fixed mindset, oftentimes when they see other people succeeding, they might become frustrated or angry, or they start to put themselves down. So instead of seeing other people's success as like, wow, if that person can do it, I can do it too, they tend to see that as a missed opportunity or to become frustrated about it. And then the last element of having a growth mindset is that my abilities are determined by my effort, and that is so important. As opposed to believing that it's just luck or you were just born to be a high achiever, you believe that your efforts really are what's going to propel you forward. This is one of my favorite diagrams of what it looks like on the road to success. Oftentimes we think of success as linear or something that is straight uphill. And the moment that things aren't going in the right direction, we begin to feel like we've failed or that we're not making progress. When in reality, success is a very bumpy road. And there's going to be many peaks and valleys along the way, but in the end, you're going to come out on top. So you just have to be able to persevere through the downs in order to climb a little bit higher with each step. Successful people tend to have some very common traits. So we're going to go ahead and discuss what traits successful people have. First of all, successful people have gratitude. They are thankful for what is given. They don't blame others for their failures. They tend to be a little bit more optimistic. Successful people are forgiving. They don't hold grudges, and they move forward, and they understand that other people make mistakes as well. Successful people tend to be joyful. And it's not just because they're successful that they're joyful, but they're able to find joy in everyday things. Another thing that's really important in being a successful person is that they tend to take responsibility for their failures instead of blaming others or making excuses. Successful people really pursue transformation. They are always looking for changes. And another really important trait of successful people is that they set goals. And one of my philosophies is that if it's not in writing and if you don't review it often, it isn't really a goal. It's just an afterthought. A goal is something that you visit frequently and that you are always working towards. And then one other thing that successful people do that I think is very important is that they keep a journal. This is part of your legacy, and it's something that you'll leave behind, but it's also something that you can reference so you can see how far that you've come. It's kind of like taking before and after pictures. If you're losing weight or remodeling your house, you can really see where you started and where you are presently, and then you can see where you're going from there. And then the last thing that successful people do that I want to talk about is that they want other people to succeed. People that aren't successful tend to feel threatened by other people's failures. They really kind of want other people to not do as well as them. And so being able to or wanting to celebrate the success of others and surround yourself with other people that are successful and like-minded is one of the keys to being a successful person.
This week we're celebrating student success. We have new students that are just learning how to get into the Moodle room. They are learning how to post a discussion board, and they are really doing a fantastic job. We also have students that are getting ready to take the NCCT exam on April 20th, which is coming up super soon. And we feel like you are going to be completely prepared. We're going to have more workshops on test-taking skills and stress relief as you are preparing for those NCCT exams. But I also wanted to take some time to highlight some students and show you what we're doing in the class this week.